Granblue Fantasy came out of its cave and finally broke the silence on some stuff, both for Relink and Granblue Fantasy Versus. We've got Blue Protocol release date. It might not be the release date you wanted to hear. There's a new type of DLC for Shinobi Striker. The Ultra Rumble open beta is here. But more importantly, there's an actual balance patch for Dragon Ball FighterZ, and it already came out. But at what cost? Hello everybody and welcome to another Around the Bush. My name is Globku. I'm joined as always by Rene. How are you doing this fine day?
Hello. How are you doing? Because you had a bit of a rough session today. A lot of playing. It was alright?
It was alright. It was tiring for sure. But yeah, for those who don't know, I just played My Hero Ultra Rumble from 3 a.m. my local time to 11 a.m. Without prior planning. So like I didn't change my sleep schedule around that or anything. I just went for it. Because, well, we're going to talk about it, but the My Hero Ultra Rumble beta just went down for maintenance, and it's going to be down until like 3 a.m. my local time, and I wanted to make some content for it today, so left me no choice but to stay up late, so I streamed for 9 hours.
Did you sleep well?
I slept very well. Obviously not enough, because like I slept for like 4 hours, but I think those 4 hours are going to carry me through the next 4 hours, which should be like 2 hours of live stream plus 2 hours of like working on a new voiceover, new video content, and yeah, I think it will carry me through that stuff, and then I'll crash once again. My sleep schedule will probably be fine. How are you though?
I'm doing fine. I had a bit. I don't know what happened. I planned to wake up in the morning, and play some My Hero, and it was half past 2, and I was like, I cannot sleep. So I might as well just join the stream and watch some streams and watch some of the new content, because it's good to be aware of what's happening in the games that we're covering. And I actually went to sleep almost at 5 a.m. For some reason, I just couldn't go to sleep. And then my alarm went off anyway, and I woke up at 8:40 for some reason. But you know, I'm fine. I'm rested for sure.
Good to hear. Well, the good news is the investment paid off. The first video is being worked on right now, and from what I hear, like it's going fine. So hopefully we'll get to see that not too long from now. But before that, obviously we got a big show full of news, starting with Dragon Ball FighterZ. So Dragon Ball FighterZ got a balance update without any prior warning. We knew a balance update was coming before Evo. We didn't know it was dropping this week. They were like, "Yo, we're gonna release it sequentially." Starting on May 23rd. I believe sequentially because the patch did not come out at the same time for everyone. I don't know if Switch has the patch yet, to be honest. But it came out on Tuesday for most platforms, or the most active platforms. And we were able to check it out.
I don't even know if Xbox has it, because sometimes, you know, this game on Xbox is not really... they don't pay much attention to it.
Right.
So I don't even know if it's out there.
Yeah. So, yeah, the big patch. Lots of characters got affected. We're gonna go through some of the patch notes soon. Talk about the biggest winners, the biggest losers. We did make a video on this in case you missed it. It's on the main channel. But this comes with good news and bad news. The adjustments will be made based on playability of the game after the overall balance patch adjust that we made last June, as well as the voices that we've been hearing in the community. And for sure, like there's a lot of adjustments here that we see come from player feedback. But that's not only that, we would also like to mention that we are planning a second round of balance adjustments based on the results of this round. Details to be announced in the near future, so we hope players would look forward to further information. Yeah, they're basically announcing we're not done. We're balancing the game again based on how this one goes.
And that is, I think, better news than I thought, at least in terms of balance. And I think there's a big difference, and so this time around, Damascus and Tyrant, two of the commentators, two of the people that I've been working with closely with Bandai and the community, and pushing this game, honestly, to better heights. They will be the ones, helping Bandai with this stuff and having the community feedback. I think that is very important, because I feel like this game for a while has been very focused on how Japan plays the game and the balance around Japan players, and that has always been some of the most scary stuff, because Gogeta and Vegito happened because of that. Like, Gogeta and Vegito were already very strong, and they were already proven to be strong in Europe, especially in France, for a while, and they still got buffed because Japan was not playing them. Broly for a long time was not touched because Japan didn't play Broly. So I think having Damascus and Tyrant is going to be super cool for the next patch that we didn't even know that was going to happen. So that is very cool.
Yeah. So yeah, they're going to be handling the community side of things, gathering the feedback, and trying to communicate with Bandai about it. That said, we have no idea how much of that input they'll take. It's kind of a coin flip every time ArcSys releases a balance patch. So
that's true.
Yeah, it's tough. Speaking of ArcSys, I didn't put this in news, but they released a new patch for Guilty Gear this week, where they put Asuka. We talked about Asuka last episode, and the hacker situation is still happening. So,
cool.
Well, they
Good
didn't.
job.
Yeah, we like to hear player feedback, yeah, but we never listen. So, there you go. Again, that went about as well as you can expect it to go. It sucks. Okay, so that's the good news. Balance patch. We're gonna talk about some of the changes, the big winners, and whatnot. And there's a second balance patch coming out, but there's also some bad news. Wop wop. In regards to rollback netcode implementation, we made the announcement earlier this year that a beta test will be carried out on Steam around spring. However, to further improve and stabilize the experience of the feature, we have decided to postpone the timing of the test. We apologize for the delay. The team is committed to yada yada yada. So, rollback delayed, not coming out to spring. Not the test is not coming out to spring. Rollback didn't even have a date, but it seems like that overall is getting delayed too. This is huge.
Here's the thing. At this point, and I hope I'm wrong with this, but I've seen it happen countless times in this industry. Not with Bandai, but this is a Bandai game, and it is a Dragon Ball game. But it gets to a point where I start thinking that rollback netcode might not happen, which is concerning. I've seen games being canceled, games that have been shown, games that have been shown in a better state. We don't even know what's happening with rollback. At this point, I think there's a possibility that they get to a point where they say, we can't really make Dragon Ball FighterZ 1 work with rollback. Just because of how long it took from the announcement to them saying anything about it, and now the amount of delays that they have, it's just getting to a very weird situation. And hopefully I'm wrong and I'm just reading into this. But I've seen it happen. Skull and Bones? People say Skull and Bones is about to get canceled after so many delays, and that's Ubisoft, So I don't know.
Mario is in chat saying, yeah, just look at Overwatch 2. That was a mode that we saw playable. People played that game mode, and a bunch of different game events, and I got canned too. That's a great example, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a very good example. I wasn't even thinking about that. A game as huge as Overwatch is able to do that. Now, Dragon Ball, the reason why I have better hopes is not just because of Bandai, but also Dragon Ball. Like, you need to be careful the way you mess with the IP. Even if it's, just a game, it is still Dragon Ball, and they are very careful with how they handle the IPs. So, maybe that's the one thing that saves it. They need to get this out. But at this point, like, the amount of trouble that they're definitely having trouble. They're having a bad time making rollback for this engine that they created, for this fighting game that they did not think about rollback at the beginning. So they're definitely having trouble. This is proven to be way bigger than they thought. That much is obvious. So at this point, I can see the devs being like, I wish we could just delete this and move on and implement this in the second game. But yeah, maybe because it's Dragon Ball and maybe because it's Bandai, we'll get it. We'll see.
Yeah. But let's move on to the patch. Let's see what's up with it. So, patch came out. Lots of characters got affected. Most characters got affected. Top 3 got a huge meter nerf, basically. So if you played Vegito, Blue Gogeta, or Lab Coat 21, they got basically a 50% meter nerf. It is kind of a boring way to nerf these characters, but very effective, to be honest. Like, these guys just don't build meter now. So if you want to play all of them together in a team, you're just not going to have meter for the entire game. I think you could still play one of them theoretically, and be okay. I mean, Lab Coat still has all of her tools. Gogeta only really lost the 2H mix, and Vegito, well, still has the crazy Vegito damage, but just none of them build meter anymore. So you're going to have like a battery. You're going to need a battery if you want to run any of these 3 guys. As for the rest, they got nerfed in meter too, but much smaller nerf. Instead of 50% meter reduction, it's just 25.
And I see what you mean about, you know, having a battery, but honestly, the way those 3 characters operate, I don't think having a battery for them is actually what makes them work, because, you know, it is 3 characters that usually built more meter, that did the damage, that played well as point. Having, like, it's not like they come in and do damage with their supers. They add other tools, you know. So honestly, I totally agree with you. This is a boring change, and in a way, it feels like it's you know, a bit lazy to nerf characters like this. But it also is super smart, because the characters did not lose their way of playing. I think they're still interesting to play. They're still fun to play. But you cannot play them in a team. And maybe you can't even play them compared to other characters. But like,
Right.
2 of them in the team is already too much. Maybe not for low level, for casuals, but for high level, you will not see 2 characters of this in a tournament. There's just no way, because the pro players always have the 2-touch in mind. Right. And with this amount of meter nerf, you cannot 2-touch any time, unless you have like 7 bars already. So yeah, the 2-touch game where pro players like to play around, where you touch your opponent twice and you kill the character, you're not able to do that. So I think, like, for pro players, this is not playable anymore. Right. I wish we could see more than to Lab Coat, because I think she still has ridiculous mix, and seeing Japanese players get opened up by her all the time annoys me because it's just so consistent, and stuff like, you know, just, you know, random overheads that shouldn't work, just work because it's her, or you know, even Dragon Rush. But at least she doesn't build as much meter, so I guess that's better.
Right, and yeah, she did get nerfed in some other ways. She's basically like the only character that after you get through the meter nerf and go into the patch notes, the only character that they actually nerfed, because everyone else is pretty much a buff. But yeah, they made all the spins Key Blast attribute, which means you can reflect them after blocking the first hit. Reduce the damage on the command grab, and pretty much it. Yeah, and the spin nerf also applies to her assists. That's gonna nerf her neutral in a big way, I think, mainly as an assist.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
I think like, this is still very strong. These are still very strong abilities though, and still mostly safe to use too. Very hard to punish, even if you reflect it. Other than that, big changes that like affected most characters. If I go up to Goku here, it's just going to be an example, but Kamehameha increased stun time. That is basically, you can Kamehameha into Super Dash from full screen now, and that has affected basically every Kamehameha, every beam in the game. So everyone's got new routes. Like, every character that has a beam has got new routes, but it's not just beams, because moves like consecutive energy blast from Vegeta, or the Big Bang attack from Vegeta Blue, also apply to this change. Frieza's orb, you can just throw it and Super Dash, and if they hit, the Super Dash will connect. So suddenly you can convert into big damage from full screen if you have a beam, and if you don't have a beam, you probably have a new route that deals more damage than it dealt before.
And that is a very interesting change, because it's one of those changes that just by being in the game, it just changes everyone's or pretty much everyone's combos, and that is a fun change. It's like it's just gonna change the way we see the game for a while, and that for me is already very fun. Not like the change, for example, when we have the switching into other characters during the special moves. That changed the game too much in a way that it buffed several characters like Vegeta and Gogeta because their moves work pretty well with that. I didn't like that change. This one doesn't change too much. It just makes it more interesting for us to watch new combos now. There are new routes. I just sent you, that was not a specific one, but I just sent you a tweet for a combo with Vegeta, the new BNB. And it's not only that in specific, it's also the other thing that he got. But this is such a cool combo. Look at this.
Oh. That jump canceled, man.
Look at this. Such a cool combo, man. And that's...
Oof, okay. Good corner.
So
good corner.
cool, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, just two changes with this character, and it already made like such a new combo. And this is the new BNB. This is actually the most damaging combo we can have. So like, and also corner to corner, which is really cool.
Yeah.
This is what I like about this. Like, we're gonna get to see a lot of new combos, a lot of new labbing, and it's you know, seeing Twitter already come up with this stuff is great. And it might change the meta a little bit. Goku seeming a bit more viable again, which is also cool.
This is something I would like to see them keep for a sequel design-wise, which is you look at this Vegeta combo and you're like, this is unique. Like, no other character has a BNB that looks like this. But also, if you want to do the same BNB, it still works. So, like, keep the beginner-friendly nature of these characters, but then give them something like this, so that you might go, okay, this guy knows how to play, like, as soon as you see them hit a combo, you know? This is a new BNB, but it is, like, a little bit situational, because you gotta catch... Well, in an air to air, you can't convert into this, for instance.
Yeah,
so, like, this is something that you gotta catch a grounded opponent. It's almost like the new Blue Vegeta BNB, you gotta do the medium auto combo. Like, that doesn't come out in every situation. But yeah, let's talk about, like, the big winners of this patch, and then maybe move on. We're not gonna go through all the patch notes. We do have a video with, like, most of the big changes if you guys want to see it. The biggest buffs and nerfs, DBFZ patch. I talk about them all right here. As well as announce a new server, the Anime Game Community. It's a new Discord server. You can find it if you do !AGC. Yeah, it's a server dedicated to tournaments. We're going to start slow with only 4 games. Dragon Ball FighterZ Demon Slayer, Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and Naruto Storm. So we already have tournaments for all of these games. There are big community like figures leading all of these games too. Like, they are in charge of developing their communities. I'm just in charge of making sure the game masters for each game can do their job well. So because this is like self-managed, it is community managed, it doesn't matter how much I love or hate a game, because as long as there is a community, we can have tournaments for it. Anyway, small aside for the AGC, we are at 980 members. Let's get to 1,000 before the end of Around the Bush. Big winners of this patch, Android 18. I felt like she was always just like a change away from being top 1, and now she can cancel barrier into barrier or other special moves. The medium version of the support attack, when she calls 17, is full screen. Also, she can summon 17's shield on the ground by holding down the special button. And yeah, these changes just make her neutral so much safer, her block string so much safer. It's a buff to barrier. Like, that's crazy.
It is a crazy buff. She was already crazy strong, and she had one of the best mixes in the game after level 3, which is something you always wanna have. One thing I will say though is that I have seen people on Twitter mention that there is a gap between the 2 barriers, and she can be punished if she just throws that. But that's going to be such a knowledge check. Like, and even then, like, you need to be pretty tight with your punish if you want to go for there. Yeah, it is a strong character. She's looking very strong this patch. I don't think she is one of the top 3, but she's close, and she will be definitely used more, especially with the pro players. And we have already pro players playing with her. Anyway.
Oh yeah, we already had. So now she's crazier. She has got that crazy ambiguous mix post level 3. So that's what they really love. Like, guess the O key and die.
Yeah.
That said, like there's an advantage to 18 that you may not have considered. I show you this Broly combo that we've also shared, where you go heavy, slow level 3. So this combo works on most of the roster, with the exception of Krillin, Frieza, and Android 18.
Wow. That's kind of crazy.
Yep. So she's safe from this bullshit.
By the way, this is a pretty usable combo. This is because like if you stagger the second hit of the auto combo,
it doesn't have to be the second hit of the auto combo. By the way, like you can do this with a medium. It won't kill, but I mean it's still like so much damage. That, you're fine.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, but usually like the second hit of the auto because of the way you can take throw. The second hit of the auto combo is something that hits a lot with Broly because you're expecting the tick throw. You can't really react to it, so you try to jump and you get hit by in your jump frames. So that's gonna happen a lot, and people are gonna explode. It's crazy.
Yeah.
At least it takes 6 bars. That's not a lot, man. That's not a lot because that's a death. That's not even using spark. That's the problem. Like that's just straight up a kill.
It is using limit break though. So there is some situational to it, but yes, Broly is like a big anchor character. You face Broly's as the last character all the time, and you're always afraid of the tick throw, the tick command throw. So yeah,
I can't believe
that's not as situational as it looks.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I kind of missed Broly. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of missed him. I miss seeing him in the top 8.
The Kill Sage, come back.
Please come back to Kill Sage.
Captain Ginyu. He's the second big winner of this patch. Reduced recovery and startup for his medium attacks. He moves a lot more during the standing heavy attack. That is the spin, where he can jump and cross you up and go for it, and it's a low. And also he can now cancel the spin by calling the Ginyu Force and going for some like crazy late air dash mixes. Other than that, his strong jersey is full screen now. All of them are full screen. And powerful energy wave, the super, if you level it up to level 2, so it now knocks you down so much, and you can use specials or super dash after it connects. So you can level 2 into level 2 into level 2 into level 1. You basically have a level 7 with Ginyu. Also, his A assist got buffed, and his B assist now calls 2 members of the Ginyu Force, so creating just a lot of screen noise. Ginyu is scary as hell.
He has a high-low 50-50 anywhere now with 5 Agent Bertha. You're saying that is true? Don't tell me that is a true block string.
So, I think the 5H is kind of auto-mix, in a way, because if you're standing up, Captain Ginyu cannot cross up, right? Like, it stays on the same side. But he hits you with a low, because his heavy is a low. If you're crouching, because you know that it's a low, he will automatically cross up. So, it's kind of an automatic mix that he's got, and it's really hard to block online. I think offline is really hard, too, because of all the visual noise that he can create. And now I think these buffs are insane. Captain Ginyu is probably going to show up a lot in the future.
There is only one character that I believe could be above Ginyu, and that's Gogeta. I still think Gogeta is way too strong. The 75% meter, I have felt it with Janemba. So maybe, again, Janemba is a meter intensive character. Gogeta is not. So maybe we'll still see Gogeta. We'll see. But I feel like Gogeta is probably going to be the best character. But if not, I don't know, man. Ginyu is looking scary. If not for how strong he is, just for the fact that this is not going to be a character that a lot of people are going to play. And that's scary. Like, that's scary when you get to play this, even for pro players. A lot of pro players, when they fight Ginyu, they panic. Yeah. Because they're not used to, So yeah.
It's too much.
Scary character.
Yeah, Gogeta 4, by the way, chat. So that's the Gogeta we're talking about. And then I think the last big winner is Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, who got a massive damage buff. Big bang attack, has increased damage, and you can now perform special moves or super dashes after a hit. So this has changed all of the Blue Vegeta routes, and he is a big damage machine at this point. So he can big bang into stuff. Just big bang into stuff, big bang into stuff. And apparently there's still like a... I want to call it a bug. It doesn't feel intentional. Where if you do the the medium auto combo will take you into Big Bang. And you can cancel that Big Bang into a 2, 3, 6 S. Into an actual Big Bang. So you can Big Bang into special. And that change alone has buffed his damage so much. That said, I think all the Blue Vegeta issues are still there. His neutral still sucks. I think players are going to gravitate towards him, realize he's still not that great, but he did get the damage and get out. I think out of all the big winners, this one we might not see so much.
Yeah, I feel like the damage is actually significant, but yeah, you still have to work quite a lot to do the same with this Vegeta that you have to do with other characters, especially like I think this character is pretty much comparable to Goku Blue. The tools are similar in a way. The game plan is similar. Goku Blue is just better in every way possible. It's just better and easier to play as well. So yeah, I don't think like if you want to use a point character with this play style, just go for Goku Blue. It's still strong. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I think Goku Blue is still better.
Yep. And those are the big winners of the patch, the big losers of the patch. There are some very big and significant changes beyond the characters we mentioned today. But for a deep dive, please check out our video, the biggest buffs and nerfs in Dragon Ball. With that said, let's move on to a couple of quick Dragon Ball news that we got stored. First of all, this just came out. Dragon Ball The Breakers, Unleash the Power, they are coming. New information for Season 3 revealed on May 30. That is next week, next Tuesday. We're gonna get new information for Season 3. I don't know who they are, but guesses are welcome in chat.
Yeah, I wonder.
Tok Sentai is big.
Tok Sentai.
Tok Sentai is big.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah.
They are coming. I like that. They Goku Black or the Guinea Force? We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, you know what? I like Guinea Force.
I
like the Guinea Force. That's I don't know how they would do it because they are a lot, but you know, still.
Yeah, so stay tuned for news on the next Around the Bush, I guess. And also Fortnite is apparently selling Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, Bulma, and Beerus. So like the previous Dragon Ball integrations are all back in the shop, probably for a limited time if you missed the first time around. There's no special event or anything this time. They just rotated them in. So if you missed it, they're back. You might have regretted it. Now you have a chance to go and buy them if you want.
Comment in chat. Androids. I think androids is actually the answer because the they are coming is something that Trunks comes to tell everyone.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
True.
That makes sense. Good comment. Good. I like that.
I like that a lot. Next up, let's move on to Naruto. Naruto has released the new jutsu, the different type of DLC they're doing in between characters. So it's gonna be the finger jutsu from the Raikage, and as you can see, like it beats a lot. It beats, I don't know, whatever that was, just a dash. It beats a Rasengan. I don't know, maybe. So it came out today. We haven't had a chance to try it out yet. This is something that we'll probably cover next Monday, as will play around with it during this weekend. The new DLC type is just a jutsu. It doesn't come like with a full master, with a full series of jutsu. I think it's a pretty smart way of doing it. And actually, I haven't checked the pricing on this yet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and like I said, like $199 tops, right? Like this is, or like $0.99 would be fair, because like each character is $3. I don't think there's any way they will go that cheap with a price, but I will.
$149 I think is acceptable. $199 for a character that costs $3. I don't know about that. I think $149. Let's see.
There's no chance, right?
Let's see. Oh, I'm actually curious, very curious. You motherfuckers.
$199. It's a bit above the price I would think it's good, but yeah, you are not getting a lot of bang for your buck compared to like getting a character here.
Yeah, this is a lot.
Something like this, yeah.
This is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll have stuff to say during our video on Monday.
Well, let's go, Vegeta's exploring the video. Woohoo.
Cool.
Nice. That's Shinobi Striker. We'll have some stuff to say for sure. Next, My Hero Ultra Rumble. The open beta testing has opened up and is already down for maintenance. So it opened. The maintenance was planned. Okay, the maintenance was planned. But it opened for about 8 hours. Wait, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 hours total of playtime, and now it's gonna be closed until 9 hours from now. So if you didn't play it, you're gonna have to wait 9 hours until it opens up again. But after it opens up again, it goes until June 1st. So it goes for a while. They just had like, okay, we knew day one was gonna be rough, so we decided to take a break, do some maintenance, and then it will be open for the whole weekend and for most of next week. The beta is live right now. I was able to play it. I think all the changes they made are fantastic. This game is better than ever before.
It's cool. That is good to know. Yeah, I liked every single thing I was seeing. I don't know because I haven't tried it yet. I don't know if the shooting is any better or not. I believe Poe was in chat.
Yeah,
and
no, shooting.
Poe was saying that
shooting is 100% better, dude. Let me see if I got a Todoroki. I played Todoroki. Oh, aim assist on is bad. I'll tell you that. You can see it in the lobby too. Like you will see it right away. The Japanese beta aim assists. Check this out. All right. Trying to shoot. Do you see that? Check this out. He's gonna lock onto Dabi. And the aim is just like gonna... Not yet, not yet.
Oh,
boom,
shit.
snap. You see that snap?
Yeah.
Snap. So like this is aggressive as hell. You cannot lead shots with this aggressive of yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that Tsuyu tracking. So you cannot lead shots. That's the problem with aim assist. I turned it off and I think it feels a lot better though.
But here's the thing
Like,
for us that we do have some experience with you know, shooting in video games. We've been playing shooters. Even you that, you know, you used to play more on PC, on the PC side of things, but even you are kind of used to shooting. For people that are really not used to it, I think it will be good to have that aim assist. At least you have a fighting chance. But yeah, for more experienced players, like if you want to plan your shots better, you can't use this because it will just destroy your aiming.
I mean, yeah, without aim assist, check this out. Boom, I led that shot. Like with aim assist, I would not be able to hit Dabi here because the reticle would lock onto him and I wouldn't be able to aim in front of him of where he was aiming, right?
Exactly.
The whole reason why I hit the shot is because aim assist is off. But I'm hitting 1, 2, you know, like this feels a lot better than before.
Yeah, cool. That is awesome. That is awesome. It is one of the complaints that we had. The shooting was a bit off. Not every character requires shooting, but still some do. So that needs to be that needed to be fixed. So I'm really happy that you're saying that.
Here's the shot that wins us the game. I mean, if you if you don't believe the shooting is better after seeing this, I don't know what else to show you. Come on.
Nice. Nice.
That is, I was confident I could make that, you know, and I did. So yeah, the shooting definitely feels better. But also, like, all the new mechanics are smart. I don't think any of them are particularly powerful. So like plus ultra, whatever. Like plus ultra does not buff you defensively. It gives you your shield back, but like your shield still gets destroyed by a team fight, right? So. And you usually don't have plus ultra unless your teammates are dead. Like, that's not enough to bring you back. I think if you go down to a 1v1, whoever manages their plus ultra better could be the winner. But I don't think, like, it's gonna help you come back against a full team or even a 1v2.
Okay. In a way, I guess I'm happy with that. If it allows you at least to survive, maybe to get your teammates cards and bring them back, maybe that's already good enough, you know. That's already good enough for...
Well, here's the thing. I don't think the revive is good either.
Oh, okay.
So like the revive, I mean, I'm happy it's there. I'm happy it's an option now, but the revive is kind of hard to pull off. So here's a game where I think I die and I get revived by this is the aim assist game. I think I die and I get revived. So Trader here has found the revival card, right? So he has found 3 survivors. Usually survivors are the ones that have revival cards, and you need 3 of them to get a full revival, so to speak. So Trader can now give 2 cards to Enderup here, and Enderup would also have a revival. Problem is if and I have 2. I have 2, and I wish these 2 would show up in the HUD because I need to open the menus to see how many I have.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's weird that I can see like how many my teammates have, but I can see how many I have without opening the menu. Also, this is new, by the way. I can see like the levels of my teammates' abilities.
That is so good. Yeah, that is really good.
I don't know if this is the one though. So that's how it works. After you die, the thing is like maybe only one of you has the revival, and if you die, it's like, oh, you're screwed. Like you're not gonna find revival on your own. So yeah, I die, and because he already had the revival, he picked up my token, he went up to the roof, and he revived me. Now, look at my character before dying. I have a level 9 snipe, right? That's what Todoroki wants. He wants a level 9 snipe, the rest is optional. I get revived, I go back down to level 1. So like, it's not like, well, he's back. No, I'm not. I'm still weak as hell. You know, like, it's not the same as not having a member, but I'm super underpowered at this point. Like, I'm so behind the curve.
You know what?
Catching up is almost impossible.
You know what? But I like that. I like that. You know why? Because, yeah, when you're playing, it fucking sucks because you lost your level 9.
Yeah.
But when you're fighting against someone who has been revived, it's like, man, I killed you once.
True.
Right? It's like, yeah, I think they should be weaker. They have a second chance, but they don't come back as strong. Because let's be honest, you fought this fight. You also lost health and shield and you lost stuff. If the opponent would just be brought back with the same amount of strength, I don't think it would be fair. So yeah, I think this is actually cool. Yeah, I like it. It's not super strong.
Right.
It doesn't allow you to win automatically, but it's still a second chance in a way. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I like that.
I think it would be fine if it was easier, because it's not the easiest thing to revive someone. So like it ends up creating a situation where if you're alive and your teammates is dead, it might not even be worth it. You know, it might not be worth it to go for it.
You know what I think would be maybe a good thing to do.
It's hard to get the card. It's what Ichunka is saying.
Yeah. What if they had one card only?
Yeah.
For revives and make the card rare.
Well, yeah, I guess that could work. The reason why they do it like this is if you go to survivors. I hate that this knocked me down the wrong way. If you go to like the survivors, they will give you like 1 out of 3 cards, right? But if you go for the big chest, it always has like a complete revive card already. That's why they do this. They want you to go for those big chests for that guarantee.
I see.
Can't go for the big chest if you're outnumbered. So like it's weird. It feels too hard for the reward it gives you, which is like an incomplete teammate.
Yeah, I think even if you I believe that making the cards more rare and maybe because this is a luck based game anyway. You can have a lot of skill, but let's be honest, like remember our Fortnite video where we attacked a random guy that had nothing to do with us and we made that guy lose the match for no reason in the last video. Like we had nothing to do with that fight and we decided to shoot that guy. That guy got unlucky. In a battle royale, obviously, like you see a lot of streamers that are very good at battle royales win over and over. Like obviously it's skill based, but there is a lot of luck included in the game. So I guess like it is already luck based to get the cards. Maybe just make them more rare, and it's just one card. It's less cumbersome. It's less confusing, and maybe you don't get that feeling that you have right now, which is it's not a big reward.
Yeah.
I might as well not revive, which is that is a bad feeling for a mechanic that has been added to the game.
RNG to find them. So I think that's where things maybe break a little bit.
It's a question of numbers, because in Fortnite, what you need maybe is a healing item, a shield, and a gun, and you're good to go. Here, you actually need to pick up 8 cards to level up again.
Yeah.
Like, it's 3 items in Fortnite versus 8 already, in such a small game too. So, where you're bound to get attacked. I don't know. Yeah, I totally agree with you on this one.
Yeah, and there's some other new mechanics, and that's what today's video is all about. Apparently, the video is getting exported, probably finalized already. So we are going to watch it after the stream is done and post it on the YouTube. It's definitely a video focused on what is new in this build, and there will be more videos coming out this week. We're going to go hard on My Hero Ultra Rumble. The next video is going to be a showcase of Danky, the new character that I played a ton of games of. Like, probably the character that I played the most during these 8 hours of playtime. Cool. Biscuit over there doing the new feature, a finisher. So previously, if a character was downed, you would just keep attacking them and throwing abilities and whatnot. Now there's like a cinematic finisher. I can see them like doing some cosmetics and microtransactions around that, by the way. But if you get a finisher, look at Biscuit's shield here. It does the finisher, bam, full shield. So it has gameplay implications there, where like you're gonna be asking yourself all the time, like, do I need shield to get back? It's very good for like early game like this, where we're still in the looting phase. We may not have like all the items that we want, especially shield. So it's good that way, and I overextended for sure.
And you know, if you're right, and if they add microtransactions to you know, the finishers, it's a very smart thing, because it's a very interesting gameplay application, and you get money out of it. So good job.
Yeah, it's cosmetic only, as long as like it takes the exact same amount of time.
Yeah,
that should be cosmetic only. The beta is gonna go through the whole week, so enjoy it. It's PlayStation only. So if you're on other platforms, I'm sorry. It's just the way it goes.
Any other info on the cross-platform find that you made?
It's you have 2 different friends lists, and that is a very common thing in crossplay games. You have a menu called Friends and a menu called Platform Friends. Like, they haven't announced crossplay, but it just feels like, come on, right?
It honestly, hopefully that happens, man. It's such a good. It would be so big for this game, and we've talked about how DB Breakers messed up with that. It would be so fucking big to get all the players together. Like, honestly, man, if that is the case, another good idea that this game is having. If crossplay gets announced for this, like, I'm super surprised of how this game has been developing and how good this game actually is. If they announce this for as a cross-platform, what a great game this could be, man. What a great game. I'm really hyped for this, really.
I'd love to play this on PC instead of PlayStation. You see, that worries me, because there's a lot of characters that are skill aiming, and if they allow for mouse and keyboard, it could be bad, but we'll see.
You can always, I mean, you can either block cross-platform.
I mean, then what's the point, right?
No, there is a point. At some point, you might, like, if you don't find any matches, you might as well look for cross-platform, even if you fight against PC. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You know me. I have played several battle royales with people from PC. I play Overwatch with people from PC, and I still perform better than average.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, there's a point where I can't go further, and PC players is just playing better than me. But for casuals, honestly, like, you can get there. So I think it's better to have that option just in case you don't find any players. Overwatch is actually another good example on that, because
Fortnite,
on Xbox,
honestly, right? Fortnite has it.
But Fortnite, I don't know Fortnite, I don't know, because on Overwatch, it actually takes a long time to find matches on console now. If you don't do cross-platform. Like, you can actually be waiting for 5-6 minutes. And if you cross-platform, you wait for seconds. That's the difference. Like, so that is why it is a good example, because, yeah, it is like 10 times faster if you do cross-platform. And for me, I prefer playing with PC players instead of waiting for 5 minutes and just playing console.
Right. Yeah, and there are also some characters that don't require any aiming at all. So.
And also that, you can always go for that if you want.
True. But netcode felt great, by the way. I played mostly in NA servers because Europe was asleep, and that's when I got those skill shots with Todoroki. So,
awesome.
Yeah. Felt great. Viking does it again. Moving on to a bit of some more sad news. Blue Protocol comes out real soon. Blue Protocol comes out on June 14 in Japan. Delayed to next year in the West. 2024. There will be a PC closed beta held this year. Pre-registration is open on the Japanese website, so I don't think that's the registration for this. Like, they announced this at the Game Awards, and I feel like they haven't kept up since. Like, the Japanese side of things have been really good at showcasing stuff. Gonna release the game like more than 6 months ahead of the West. I don't know, man.
It is too much, right?
Yeah, it is.
You know what it feels like, and hopefully I'm wrong, but it feels like one of those games that it's just gonna be super interesting to go back to it in 6 months because everything is gonna be discovered. Everybody's gonna be doing what the game has to offer already, and we can't even cover the game properly because no one's gonna care. Everything is going to be found out at that point. It is a weird situation, man. And I was really looking forward to this game. This game had a lot of potential. Releasing a game like this, splitting the community, why not just, get all the hype together and release it at the same time? I don't really understand the marketing behind this and this decision in particular, but you know.
The release in Japan specifically, like they announced it this week. They're like, oh, we're gonna release in like 3 weeks. Is it? Like, oh, we're releasing in 3 weeks. Like that seems like why are you doing that? Wait, it's fine. You can announce it for later. I don't know. It's a super weird decision in my opinion. Yeah, it's gonna feel like we're catching up, right? It's always gonna feel like we're catching up to Japan.
It sucks
in that way. I thought we were past this. I thought we were past this era of.
And it sucks more just because this game is actually I was hyped for this because this game looks really really cool. Like with this again, I also thought we were past this, but. Apparently,
now we have two choices. Now we spoil ourselves by watching Japanese footage and players and news. Or we enjoy the game spoiler-free, but have to stay in the dark for months. Like, have to actively stay in the dark for months. Like, this sucks for everybody.
And again, it's going to be a shitty situation for us to cover, because when the game comes out, no one's going to care.
Yeah, probably not going to do it, honestly.
That really fucking sucks.
I don't see an angle.
Agreed.
Moving on to final piece of news. Another game that doesn't have a release date.
Again.
God damn it. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I believe it showed up for the first time in a Western show. I don't think it has done so before. I think this is the first time the Relink is like, yo, this is a Western show, which was the PlayStation Showcase. And not like, yo, here's the Japan show, I guess, where we're showing it. So like, okay, I like that. I like that they're showing this to this audience. And on the PlayStation Showcase, it showed up and they said winter 2023. So doubling down on it's coming out this year. There's a ton of different bosses that are showing up here, which is really awesome. And the game still looks great.
Cool mechanics, cool scenarios, and to comment on what you were saying, I was listening to a podcast. People didn't know what Grand Blue Fantasy Relink was. Yeah, and that shows that this game this is the first time that they're actually showing. Oh, if not the first time, it hasn't been shown a lot. Game still looks amazing. From again, this was one of our concerns back in the day. It's like this has been announced, but it's still a long time until it releases. And obviously, we have seen amazing games, and Blue Protocol is actually one of them. Amazing games with amazing graphics, but this still looks pretty cool. So I'm excited, and this is a co-op game too. Like, this is going to be a fantastic opportunity for us to enjoy a co-op game in this environment. Looks pretty cool. It's a different experience, very different from Final Fantasy even,
Yeah.
which I'm very excited to play. Even what was the other game that we made a review and did not like? The Tales of
Well, I didn't. You would probably like it.
Tales of what?
It was Arise.
Tales of Arise. Yeah. This reminds me of Tales of Arise, but like just the fact that we can play together is already going to make it way better, especially for you. Again, maybe I would enjoy Tales of Arise, maybe.
I think so. The thing with Tales for me was like it didn't feel like the character I was controlling was doing much. It's because they give you like 10 characters, right, for every battle encounter. So the damage one character does cannot be significant. So I never felt like I had a big impact. Obviously, like I had to be there and play and order my guys around, but like I didn't want to do that management. It felt lame as hell for me.
Yeah. So yeah, even with that information, maybe I wouldn't, because look, I'm a big fan of JRPGs and you know, turn-based RPGs from way back. But you always felt like you were doing something. You always felt like when it was the mage's turn, when you did that fire, that fire spell that was definitely stronger than the other's attack. You knew that you're gonna get that damage, and you felt powerful. So even in a turn-based game, we like to feel that. It is important for you to feel that.
Yeah. This does live in a separate space, I guess, to Blue Protocol, where Blue Protocol is more of a traditional MMO. This is more like a mission-based co-op game. Where you have like a team of 4 and you go on different missions. And those missions are usually like you go through a canyon, defeat enemies, and they have a big boss fight at the end, and then you loot stuff. And that seems to be like the loop. Almost like a Monster Hunter, I want to say, but less open world. Right?
I see, yeah. Yeah. One could argue, yeah. Maybe bigger, but...
and more gacha.
More gacha.
Bigger than Monster Hunter? I doubt it. But
I would say in terms of mechanic wise, no. But in terms of scope and obviously story as well, you know.
I think
which is
scope could be a thing that I think it gets there. I think at launch, Monster Hunter is huge, man. But in scope, it might be something that gets there. Because Grand Blue games are gacha games. So it might be one of those things where like it gets updated over time and eventually it grows bigger. Maybe. I don't know what the business plan is for this, by the way.
Yeah. I wish this was just a regular game. I wish for this game to be a regular game where you play $70. Hopefully 60, but most likely 70 because this is going to come out on PS5. And you get to play with your friends. That's what I hope for this game, because this game looks really fucking good. And you know, there's something that the guy from Rockstar did say. I think this past week, he said that you will stop making games at that price if people stop buying them. And the reason why he said that, it is not like it's not him bragging about people buy my games. No, he makes a good point. It's like people don't complain about the price of video games. People complain about the price of video games when the video game sucks. We are gonna deliver GTA 6 with a budget of 8 billion or whatever they are saying that the budget's gonna be. People are gonna buy that game and they're not gonna complain because we put out a fucking great game. And that like, he has a point.
What a great point.
People just if you're paying 70 for an actual
the problem
game,
is then everything else gets compared to Grand Theft Auto and a budget that not every studio has, right? So like, oh well, Grand Theft Auto did it, so why can't you? Like, okay, buddy.
But that's also a problem with like, sometimes people confuse the quality of a game with how long and how big the game is. Because I always give this as an example. Inside, I played $20 for it. I ran through it in 3 hours. I would have bought that game for 70.
Right.
What a fucking game. Like, I would buy that game for $70. I don't care. Because it's so good. It gives you that experience. So people sometimes confuse, and that's why Ubisoft is so... the Ubisoft model is so strong, because people like to do the same shit over and over just because it's a big game.
Yeah, it's a good point. I wouldn't do that for Inside, though. Outer Wilds? Sure. But... Inside... I think it's fairly priced. I like that game a lot, but come on, that's not.
No, it's just I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
60 for insight? Come on.
It's the
Anyway.
experience. It's the experience.
It's a good experience. Good experience. Let's close this out with more Granblue. Remember that Granblue Fantasy Versus was doing new mechanics? Well, they just announced the final 3 mechanics that they had left. First, Brave Counter. It's a guard cancel. What it is. But these guard cancels, Brave Counters are counterattacks that can be performed while blocking an attack or upon being guard crushed for the cost of 1 bravery point. They're putting another meter in.
Okay.
You got bravery points now. What are bravery points? Well, you can use them for this, for a guard counter, which is like a guard break type of situation. Like, nah, get out, right? Or you can use it for a raging strike, which is a guard break move. By the way, using raging strike against the foe already in block stun won't cause guard crush, so you cannot use this if it's a true block string. But look at Matera when she does it, and tell me you reacted to this. What the fuck?
Nope. Nope. I did not.
So yeah,
No
not
way.
a true block string, but you're screwed. You're screwed.
Nah, you
Just simply
can't.
mash dodge.
They didn't say Raging Strike uses a bravery point. What? Raging Strikes are powerful attacks that cannot be blocked and cause guard crush, depleting a bravery point from the foe upon a successful hit. Oh, only when it hits. So it's not using it. So only when it connects.
Here's the problem. You understand the problem with mashing dash, don't you, Ender? Because
I mean,
stagger.
Yeah.
look. If you got a problem with Raging Strike, just use a brave counter. That's it. I mean,
If you're gonna lose the
I
point,
guess,
you just
I
might as well
guess.
use the point. Yeah, if you're gonna lose
If
the
you're
bravery
the
point,
point.
use it.
If you're worried about depleting your own bravery point, might as well just use it anyway. I agree.
And there's one more, which is the Raging Chain. Raging Chain can be performed as an additional follow-up after landing a Raging Strike. So combined with the Raging Strike, it requires a significant amount of SBA gauge to perform, so that's your super gauge, but can be chained into additional attacks for serious damage. This is the dash cancel. This is the drive rush mechanic. So that connects you, boom. You go.
Okay.
You're going to that. It looks cool as hell.
So how hard was it to open people up in this game?
It was strike throw. It's not
Yeah.
terribly.
Yeah, it was
Well, once
mostly,
someone was in the
strike
corner,
throw.
you were essentially in the grand blue zone. So
Yeah.
Because it feels
that's
to me
also
like
very character dependent.
it feels to me like they're saying like people don't get opened up enough. Let's get some
No,
some more
like-
mechanics.
Like, most of the pressure in Versus was you being in the corner. Mid-screen, it was more just your traditional zoning footy game. You get the hit, you take them to the corner, then they don't get to play the game. With these new mechanics, there's a lot more engagement mid-screen with the dashing overheads, the raging stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, it wasn't
Okay.
much.
It's actually kind of
That was
funny
much
how
more
being in the
open.
corner in Grand Blue feels like being in the corner in Street Fighter 6, and now it's even more scarier.
So you're saying that mid screen was the problem. Mid screen you didn't really get opened up if you
Yeah.
were blocked.
Yeah,
Uh,
like,
This
I see.
applies to the corner too, though. It's like I don't. know.
Yes.
yeah, sure. But maybe you don't need this in the corner as much.
yeah,
Because-
but most of the time it was just mostly strike throw. That was like your main mix for
Oh.
Versus. But now with all these, there's like 10 different ways to open them up. It's quite scary.
Yeah.
There's a new website. Is this the new
Okay.
website? Yeah, the new website.
It is the exact same website. It just has
So
that
yeah, there it
idea.
is. All of them.
Yeah, with
all
the
the,
other
all of the
three.
new stuff. The ultimate skill. So that is like EX moves, sort of. I mean, you already had EX moves, so it's just at level above
Yeah.
EX. Um,
EX.
EXX moves.
yeah, you have dash attacks. So if you dash into light, into medium, or into heavy, you get different variations of attacks. After the auto combo, you have 2 new follow-ups. You can go overhead, you can go low, or you can go on a normal mid. And now the 3 new stuff that use battle points, apparently. The Raging Strike,
Battle Pass.
the Raging Chain, the Battle Pass. Use the Battle Pass. The Raging Chain, which is after a Raging Strike, you spend Super Meter to follow up like that with that dash. And the Brave Counter, which is a guard cancel.
Yeah. So the description only says that the Brave Counter uses support. So the Raging Strike takes away a point from the opponent, not yourself. If it hits, if they block at least.
Oh, depleting from the foe.
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
so you use it for free?
It looks like
Maybe?
it. They
I
don't
hope
say
not.
it.
I'm gonna be honest, I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not, because it has
That's
to.
so
it
fast.
Has to waste something, right? The thing is, this is pretty much. Does Goichi play this game? Because this seems like we
think
need
he
to
did.
open up Goichi.
I
in this
think
game.
he did. I know Fenrich played a little bit of it.
But yeah, I like that they have.
Ladiva's uppercut there is a Raging Strike too, right? So it's been
yeah,
used-
but it's in
been used as
combo.
like a combo. Yeah, Sandra.
Yeah, so you can use it in combos if you want
Wait,
to.
maybe
Ooh.
All I
doesn't.
know is if this is free, I'm gonna be mashing dodge on everyone's block strings.
No, this.
Like dodge.
You know what? I think this.
I
is
can't get
free.
guard broken if I'm dodging.
I think this is free.
Mhm.
I actually think this is free. This is, you know what this seems like? It's too quick.
Seems
It's
like
too
a
quick.
cooldown move.
It's
be.
reminding me of Dust in Guilty Gear, but faster. You don't waste meter using Dust. It's a different visual cue.
There's no visual cue. It's crazy. There's no visual cue.
There's no
it's
cue
just-
like glass.
it's
I can
just
see
pink.
some of the glass
No,
that's
it's
going
like
around.
pink.
That's about
The
it.
It's being-
visual cue happens after you get hit, dude. But there's no visual cue.
No, it happens a little bit before, just a little bit.
Oh,
If
sure.
you-
I can see it.
Triangles.
I'm still gonna be mashing dodge. Like I'm not gonna react
Oh boy.
At
Anyway,
least we have rollback to try and react to stuff.
why is this game coming out? 2023 still? Okay. Well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
So-
that's
so
around the
yeah,
bush,
so-
ladies and gentlemen. That's around the bush. We are gonna go into Q&A as we play some My Hero footage in the background. So, if you want to ask questions, you can be in this voice chat if you are a premium bush. You can ask them in no mic voice if you are a premium bush, or you can ask them in chat if you are a normal peasant. So, let's let's get
So
into Q&A.
what character do you expect for Ultra Rumble besides the one we have in OJ?
What characters do I want in Ultra Rumble besides the
Yeah.
one that haven't been in there? Someone said Izola during the stream, and I'm like, of course. Oh, I want Izola so bad.
Muscular. I want to yoink people and throw them to the ground.
Damn, I can't wait for you to have no movement speed with Muscular.
Exactly. I'm here to walk slowly and throw you.
Imagine
No
Rappa.
goddamn projectiles ever.
You think that's bad? I want Rapper. He ain't moving at all. He's gonna be crawling on
We'll
the
be the
floor.
no movement bros. We'll walk forward like a wall. We'll get a kendo to be with us.
Mineta, I bet, was going to be interesting.
Mineta, obviously, yeah,
Like,
the fan favorite.
Yeah, with like a bunch of traps that slow opponents down. Someone mentioned another character that would be super interesting. Oh, I think Kirishima is obviously going to get added, but I think he's going to be kind of boring mechanically.
Just armor, dude.
Yeah, it's just armor, dude. But I think the character is so cool that like we're not going to care. Interested to see what they're going to do with Momo. Probably going to be disappointed if they just like do normal One's Justice stuff. Because I think she's a character that could really excel in like some creative movesets. Yeah, that's some, I guess. Kamui Woods, I would like to see characters that were not in One's Justice, for sure.
Yeah, I just ask like which ones would you think would be cool that weren't in the game in Watch Justice?
Oh, okay. Not bad.
Oh yeah, Dom. Azure answered Dom. Are you hyped for Spider-Verse? Very much so. Yeah, I've heard the movie is better than the first one, which is unbelievable. Like the first one was so fucking good. So yeah, I'm very very excited for Spider-Verse, and I'm pretty sure Glob is as well.
Yeah, no, not watching a release because it's one of those movies where it's gonna be full of people talking during the movie. It's gonna annoy the shit out of me. So I will go after everyone has spoiled it on the internet. That's my plan. Same for
Chibai can
Fast and
return
Furious.
to One Justice series after Ultra Rumble. You think that crossplay could be in it? I'm gonna be honest. Even if this game has crossplay, we have yet to see an anime game get crossplay. So I don't know. This game needs. I think this game will gain a lot in terms of life cycle and also monetization if you do have crossplay. So there's a lot to gain from having crossplay in this game. The budget would make sense because the more players you have, the more players will stay in the game, the more interesting it will be,
Right.
the more money you will get. For One's Justice, I don't think the budget, like you buy the game and that's it. You're probably not buying the game anymore, even if they have DLC. So having the budget for crossplay, I don't think is as worth it as for this one. So no, I don't think I don't think that's a possibility. Not for My Hero. I could see it for Naruto because of how big it is, but even then, the budget is not that big. So no, I don't think it will happen.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Smoke. If this game works, I don't see a reason for them to go back into One's Justice. Like, if this game is successful, they have a formula here that will just, like, keep them alive forever. And probably give them a budget to do bigger and better things for within Bandai that might not even be My Hero at all. If this game being successful means, like, okay, we can do this with other games, with other IP. By the way, this is the difficulty of the bots in this game. When a lobby is not full, you get bots, and this Dobby is not on my team.
I'm a little bit sad by what you just said. It makes sense.
No, he's just there. He's just that's the bot.
What you said about My Hero 1 Justice 3 makes a lot of sense, and I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm really sad.
Yeah.
Because I really like 1 Justice.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, you see, like, okay, who do you give an arena fighter to? Do you give it to Viking, who has made like an awesome netcode, a great character variety, and sold 500,000 copies, or do you give it to CC2, who sells 10 million?
Yep.
Easy math,
Yeah.
right?
Easy. Unless, well, okay.
Yeah, CC2 can't make every game, sure. Like,
There's two things. CC2 can't make every game, and I assure you, CC2 is getting more expensive by the minute. Viking, I don't know about that. They even though CC2 is still a low-budget company when they do anime games, even for Naruto, Viking is so much lower. So maybe, maybe it's like, okay, it's less expensive, but it's gonna get us less money, but it's also less expensive. So,
Maybe. Next question.
Yeah. What you say makes sense, Smokes, but that's not how business operates. They want the most money that they can have, and sometimes it is relying on a good development team for sure. Most of the times, that's not what they think about.
I can't fault them for that, Like, I also try to make the most money out of every video I make. Like, I don't always choose the best videos, like the best quality videos. I choose the ones that are going to perform the better. So I can't really fault them for that.
Yeah, that is true. Like, well, we have to make certain decisions to keep the business going that we don't necessarily like. We still love doing this for a living, of course. Do we do every video that we want? No, not at all. Sometimes to make one video that we really want, we have to, make 2 or 3 that we don't enjoy as much. We still enjoy everything, I believe.
Yeah.
Like we always have that on our mind. Enjoying ourselves, we don't. And I think Jump Force was the best example because we could have kept going with Jump Force.
That's also a good example of us like keeping our integrity and sanity.
Yeah,
that's also us saying, okay, money is not everything.
Yeah. Now, if Jump Force 2 comes around,
we're covering that. We're covering that with a different perspective, though. We're going, okay, maybe we don't need to go so hard on this shit.
Yeah. Hey, Jump Force made this channel. The second channel.
True.
It bumped the numbers up, so we will be thankful to it. But let it die.
You guys think if Ultra Rumble has a huge success, then maybe other animes can get a Battle Royale? Yeah, guaranteed. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they see success in this, they will 100% go into looking into the other properties they have and go, okay, what else can we do this for? And I think the first thing they would do is create a Battle Royale game mode for Shinobi Striker, because like the systems are built. That's a pretty affordable way to do it. It's well, Shinobi Striker, how many players can you have in a lobby?
We know
12?
just the
Sure.
game.
Go.
We know just the game that would benefit from a Battle Royale, right?
4 teams? Sure.
Fucking imagine 99 ninjas. What a fucking good game.
I Jump Force tier listed numbers. Yeah, our first, my first ever, I think, million view video.
Was it? Where was it?
Oh, I guess my first ever million view video was on TGN. It was
We had a few 1 million videos.
Batman Arkham Knight Easter eggs was probably my first. But yeah, on my channel it was, or I guess our channel now, the Jump Force tier list for sure.
Yeah, but I was not here.
Yeah, that's why I was saying my channel, because it was my
Yeah,
channel.
that's yeah. No, I was not here yet. I believe I was working. No, at the beginning I wasn't. I wasn't even working with you.
No,
and
I didn't have money to pay you.
You didn't have the budget yet. Then there was like a Patreon thing where I would get hired, and then I hijacked the company.
We still didn't hit it. We still have not hit that goal. Yeah, we shut down the Patreon though. Next. One
TGN, that brings me back. What a nostalgia, dude.
Those videos are still up. Like, they haven't done anything with that channel. It's still up there.
Not only TGN anime, but TGN.
Oh, did I get oh, okay, no. Kani Deku has 2 cards and I had 1, and like, okay, bam bam. So you just share cards like that, and now I have a full revival card. Problem is, if I'm the one that dies. Fuck.
That's the thing, Ichanka. I was seeing that Patreon was not getting there, so I hijacked the company. I was like, nah, I need to get in because I'm not gonna get paid.
Titan asks, what do you think this game needs right now? I feel like what it needs the most is more aggressive marketing. I agree. So many people don't know that this game exists. If you go like quality-wise, content-wise, what it needs the most is map rotations. Or just like multiple maps that it queues us up for randomly, as to not split the player base. That's what it needs the most. Because like this stage is gonna get old real fast, and I've said it before in the other betas, I'll say it again. This is a smaller battle royale than usual, and it's gonna be tough to hold player attention. Because this stuff, you see the whole map in the game. You really do.
I just remembered Biscuit saying Urakaka.
Urakaka.
Shit was so funny.
What it needs like to succeed, actually, yeah, it's more aggressive marketing for sure. Like they have all the elements they need to promote this as like a fantastic game that people want to play.
And you know what? That's what in a way gets me. They're definitely doing things differently, but the improvement that we saw in this specific beta from the previous betas, and the fact that they're not giving us a date yet, gets me hopeful for the future, because they're definitely doing stuff different here. They are trying to figure out what people like, what people don't like. They're actually listening to feedback, and it's something that is so rare. It's sometimes it seems like they ask for feedback and then they don't give a shit about the feedback. But they actually are listening. They are changing stuff. They are still making this game as best as they can. Mm-hmm. And it makes me hopeful that the reason why there's not a big push yet is because they're still getting there. When they get there, that's when I believe we'll get more maps and maybe a bigger push on marketing, because they're still figuring stuff out. And I think that is actually awesome, because you see the results of them figuring stuff out.
Yeah, for sure. We were not expecting like new system mechanics, for instance, and because the game felt pretty close to final already. But you do see it. You do see a lot of that
and
stuff.
the change in the heads-up display. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah.
Like them changing that from player feedback. God damn.
Really good.
Rene sitting here talking about Bandai listening like he's not employed by Bandai.
Of course. Of course. I think that's sort of a new era for Bandai Namco too. It feels like a recent change where they're just listening a lot more to player feedback, and because they finally realized, all our games are games as service. We need to keep communities happy. You know, it feels like it took a while, but I feel like we're finally there. And that's great. Do you think Breakers can make a comeback if it goes free? No. It needs to. I think it needs to go free, go crossplay, and even then, I don't believe in its chances. Like it was too contested of a plan already. Like the reception to that game was mid as hell, even for the people that played it. They're like, I don't think it gets a second chance.
If that was on the first try, maybe. I believe it would be successful crossplay and free. Yeah, sure. Now, nah. The game's gone. It had its chance.
Yeah, it did not have Fall Guys' popularity smoke. Like, we're talking about like a completely different beast. That I don't think that works the same. Please play Different footage club. This deck was stinking so hard. It's my deck. Stop. You're right though. This Denki, I have good Denki footage though. This is Denki good. This is called Denki good, so this will be a good Denki game. Next question. What do you think of this Demon Slayer season so far? It seems people have liked the face reveal. Haganezuka? Yeah, I think that's a cool moment. I think an even cooler moment is I don't want to talk about it too much because Rina hasn't watched it, but the Demon 4 reveal, let's call it.
Obviously I saw it.
Okay.
But I think I saw every demon, and what a fucking design. Again,
It's a great design.
it's Demon Slayer as the best fucking designs for either Slayers or demons. It is amazing. Like it's actually amazing. It's one of the things I love the most. Animation top notch, of course, but like the design is just incredible. Everyone is so unique. It's so cool. I'm very excited. My girlfriend is coming over next week, and she hasn't watched season 3, so we're gonna watch it together.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I'm waiting.
You're gonna have, I mean, you have 7 episodes right now. You're gonna have 8, and I think it's 12 in total. So we're getting there.
Cool.
We're getting to the end of the season, and I can finally release a video called "The Worst Hashira" with Muichiro in the cover, because apparently that's a very hot take, and I don't think so. I think that character's written like garbage. But I don't want to talk about it until his backstory comes out. So
No, you're right.
okay, thank you.
And the thing is, and I haven't met the character yet, but I usually agree with you on this stuff in terms of characters.
You're gonna agree with me extra because this is an opinion you have all the time, which is, oh, this guy's just a jerk for no reason. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But like, because he has cool mist things, and then they tell his backstory, and you're supposed to feel sorry for him. Like, people think, oh no, he's actually really cool. Like, fuck that. You're not fooling me. I don't want to get into
I
it.
hate people that are jerks for no reason. And then you tell a sad backstory. So do I. I also have a sad backstory. Shut the fuck
And
up.
I was on board with him being a jerk if it was on purpose, but it's not. The backstory ruined it further. It's like, what? Fuck this guy. Okay, I'm so mad. I'm so mad that people like him. That will be a video.
Cool. What's your dream anime PR? We actually have a video on that we want to do. Should we say it?
What? Sorry, I was replying to that.
Nico Go asks, "What's your dream anime battle royale?" I think that's what he says.
It's Naruto.
So yeah, it's Naruto.
Naruto.
Obvious.
100%.
It's so perfect.
It's built for it, man. Crazy that I haven't done it yet. I agree, Poe. What about One Piece? I think that could work. I think that could work like in a Marineford arc sort of setting. You know, everyone jumps down and fights in Marineford. But I think like it's very One Piece is very faction based. It's not like small teams based. I mean, maybe you have like a bunch of pirate teams, sure. But like if you get Marines in the middle, then suddenly all the pirates unite together. You know, it's a weird dynamic.
But the way Naruto works, like you come down, you get an item, you get a specific jutsu. It's so easy. It's like it is literally so easy to make. Maybe you get the armor and it's like a Susanoo armor. I don't know. There's so much stuff you can do with it.
Right.
Will Rene play Street Fighter 6 though? Who will he main? It's one of the games that I'm most excited for. I will definitely play it. I will main the strongest character that is not charged based. That's what I do. I have limited time to play video games, so I will always choose the strongest character because I want to compete.
Who would be the dev for the Battle Royale CC2? Absolutely not. I don't think. I mean, if they would be doing something brand new, I guess like it's a gamble if CC2 makes it. But I think like other devs have proven their worth in this space. I think Soleil has shown what they can do with like the ninja movement of Naruto and stuff like that. Honestly, like Shinobi Striker is such a good blueprint for a Naruto Battle Royale. And and what I mean, biking now apparently. So
Shinobi Striker, like, what a fantastic game that is, and out of nowhere too. Like, it's such a different game from. If you told me that we were gonna get Shinobi Striker before it was announced, I would say no. No way. No way you're gonna get that game. It's too much of a risk.
Dude, this play by Trader is straight up. Go Pikachu, I choose you. Woo! Straight up. Next.
Yes, me too, man. I honestly thought it would be a flop, and people think it is a flop, but it's not. That's the funny part.
What's the next anime IP that you expect to show up in Fortnite? Great question. Chainsaw Man, maybe?
Slayer?
Demon Slayer's got that whole thing with that Switch game, Ninja, whatever. Maybe that's a
I was
separate
gonna
thing.
say JJK, but
JJK definitely locked in PUBG territory. I don't think that's happening. I bet.
By the way,
I bet
did
those
you-
contracts have something like you cannot show up in a rival game for X amount of years. So like JJK, I don't think it's happening.
yeah.
I would say maybe Chainsaw Man, but I bet they will repeat something before they go to something new.
Did you see the JJK trailer? The season 2?
Yeah,
I'm
a
very
lot
excited
of
for
like young Gojo stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. I'm kind of interested in reading the manga. I got really into reading manga all of a sudden. It's weird. Oh, Smoke! I'm reading the hell out of JoJo, by the way. I'm reading Steel Ball Run, like at least like 2-3 chapters a day. So yeah, I'm deep into that now. I'm enjoying it so much more. I think last time I read it, I was coming from like a JoJo burn, where I was like just reading a lot of JoJo in a row, and now that like I've taken a big break, and as soon as I started Steel Ball Run, I'm like, oh my god, I read like 10 chapters in a row, as I was enjoying it so much more. I needed a break for sure. Dude, Epic should make an Attack on Titan game at this point. They got the ODM stuff already. Just make an Attack on Titan game. Use the Fortnite engine. Make a custom Fortnite map and call it a different game.
That's the thing.
Okay.
You don't have enough money to pay Epic. Well, not you. Obviously, you don't. We don't make that much money. But I don't think any anime IP owner is... Any publisher is willing to go that far for a video game.
As much as Bandai feels like they have their stuff upside down, I applaud them for their commitment to their games. Yeah, it was... From day one, it was such a weird decision for them to go, well, Breakers is going to have 4 seasons. What? Are you crazy? Well, now they're suffering the consequences, and hopefully that will influence those decisions in the future, because it's crazy that they committed to that many seasons with like a game that is so fucking dead at this point.
And from the get-go, we knew that everything about that game was a bad idea.
Dude, the news of like we're committing to 4 seasons was met with immediately like, yeah, you sure? Okay, that's weird. This game? All right.
$20?
Yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters could be competing with. I'm gonna say Dragon Ball Fighters could be competing right now with Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, and Mortal Kombat 1 in the next year of fighting games if the support was different.
Yeah, if they play their cards right. Yeah.
If they never stopped, like that's the beast they had with Dragon Ball Fighters. But yeah, it's so weird, so weird that they were like, nah, okay, make a Tekken, I guess. Glitches.
Exactly, Dom. We are Bandai's gameplay team, not the finance team. If we were the finance team, the Breakers wouldn't. First of all, Breakers would be free. That's the first thing. If they showed me that game and asked me, "What do you think about $20 for this game?" What?
One Piece Odyssey DLC. I'm not playing it. There's too much stuff happening.
Yeah.
So that goes on the background. Maybe at some point when I have some free time to go through my backlog, but at that point it's not even worth making a video anymore. So you're gonna have to look somewhere else for a review for the DLC to see if it's worth it. Unfortunately, I cannot do it.
Titan. But they ran into a bottleneck with DLC. Who do they add? Majin Vegeta, Raditz, Super Saiyan God Goku, Super Saiyan God Vegeta. And I'm not saying that I want those characters necessarily, but you can. Dabura.
Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo,
Bisco on. Oh, Jesus, so many. You want more? How many season passes do you want? I'll give you 3 or 4.
Dispo,
Jesus.
Topo, Ribrian if you want. Like yeah, honestly, like they don't ever have to stop.
Yeah.
Like make another Frieza with Frost, right?
Yeah.
Make another OC if you want.
Metal Cooler.
Metal
You
Cooler.
can. Why? You
Bojack.
want more?
What
Jesus.
characters do they add? Wow, Titan.
Omega
Wow.
Shenron, of course. Omega Shenron. Super 17. You have literally General Tao. I would fucking
Demon
love
King
General Tao.
Piccolo.
How many characters do you want? I will give you 40 more characters for this video.
Chaozu.
Okay, no. Okay.
Come on.
Too far.
Gregory. Bubbles.
Oh, shit.
Goten. Kid Trunks. Bio Broly. Okay, well.
Okay, okay.
Of course, Chunko.
Okay, now we're...
Gamma 1 and 2. There you go. Dabura. Oh, Super
would be
Boo.
amazing.
Super Boo.
Super Boo, yeah. We have so many characters for this fucking game.
You're right, Titan. There's no one else. Anyway, Chuck Norris.
General Tao, though. Man,
Wuhan,
that character wouldn't sell.
I think
but
Wuhan is part of Super Boo, but sure. Oh, dude, I thought this was so big brain. Look at this. They don't know. Oh, they don't know.
Bro's trying to sell me these gamma things after UI incident.
They don't know. They don't know. Wait, they don't know. I'm gonna revive. Oh no, he knows. Fuck.
I don't even know if people know General Tao.
Pilaf.
Pilaf, yeah. With a mech? The whole team with a mech. Can you imagine?
Ultra Blue Vegeta.
Ultra Blue Vegeta. Ego Vegeta.
So yeah,
I think we can.
I
think
we need to stop.
yeah, because we could stay here all day. We have like 50 plus characters.
Sure.
We would make 2 new games.
Gotta wait till Ego gets animated though. True. It won't be long though. And then you also have Moro and Granola.
Granola is I think is still manga.
I would suck Bandai CEO to have a Dabur and General Tao. Well.
All right.
Well.
All right. It's time. Call HR.
I mean, what? I have proof that I am the Bandai CEO. I don't know.
That is true.
Did you see this?
I did.
Made,
Yeah, I went to bed at 5 a.m.
So I tried making an agency. You all saw it, called Canned Bushes. Canned Bushes. That's the agency I tried to make in the My Hero Ultra Rumble beta, right? And the game was like, create agency. Some of these words are not allowed. Fuck. Some of these words are not allowed for real. Well,
The Bush Prejudice? I don't like this.
how about I just call it Bandai Namco? And they let me do it.
And they said it's fine.
They let me do it. And then Bandai actually showed up on stream. I'm like, you should see this. They found it funny. It was fun.
Cool.
Canned and Bush. I think it's Bush gets flagged a lot.
Yeah,
And I think it's because of the American presence. So I am the Bandai Namco CEO now. That's how this works. Android joined frame 1. Anyway. Ashura tried naming himself Triangle in Fighters and couldn't, so he names himself Bandai. That's what inspired this, by the way. Because, like, when I saw Bushes was flagged, I'm like, yeah, Ashura just had that dumb thing. And then he couldn't name himself Bandai. Hang on a second. Let me just
Let me try this out.
Let me try this out. Bandai Namco has big plots is going to be my next joke that I steal. Anyway.
Oh, by the way, this makes no sense that I just remember this. I don't know if you saw, but apparently there's gonna be a whole Spider-Man 2,
A whole what?
a whole new area. So we have something to look forward to in terms of like a new map.
Oh, cool. So it's not just remix New York.
I at the beginning I thought it was gonna be like the jungle bit because of like the beginning of that cutscene, but it seems like it's Brooklyn. We're gonna get to go to Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Which is cool.
And I think that's it. Yeah, it's Queens, New York. Okay, the suburbs. Cool. All right. Looking forward to that. Yeah, Spider-Man 2, man. So it's gonna be a big one this year.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe it's time to go. What do you think, Rene?
I think so. I think it's time to let the universe decide. Let the universe reset itself, and you're gonna record some videos. So you're not gonna reset, you know.
True. Yeah, I'm gonna record that Denki video.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna review this video and
Go to sleep now. I slept for 4 hours. I'm going to sleep at night now, so my sleep schedule goes back to normal.
you will be traveling soon, and your sleep schedule might need a change. I'm just saying. So be mindful of that. Maybe you want the schedule to be kind of messed up. Just saying. Just saying.
It's not that soon. Still like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Can we please get more Ultra Rumble streams this beta?
I guess.
Yeah, we could.
I guess next week. Yeah.
Probably should, yeah. Tomorrow, though, I don't think I'm doing it live, but I'm gonna try out that new jutsu for Shinobi Striker. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you were here for the Ultra Rumble stream, thank you for keeping up with that stuff. This is me signing off.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. See ya. Bye.